guys, how's it going? We are spending the day out at my parents' house working in the garden. We're in the process of a sourdough at the moment. I'm teaching Mom now that I've learned. I am trying to pass on what I've learned to you.
Yes.
So I had asked her, when we do this process, it's kind of lengthy. There's a number of steps. Is there anything we can do out in the garden? And
There's always things.
yeah.
Yes. And
So-
this is a project I've wanted to do for a long time, but no time until right now.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the season,
Mhm.
garden center, very
Mhm.
busy from, well, February through usually like mid-July. And then when it gets really
Yeah,
hot, which it's
yeah.
been so hot, you guys
Yeah.
know I've told you about a million times how hot it is, because
Yeah, it's
that's like the
miserable.
constant topic of
Yes,
conversation around
yeah.
here. I think we had over a month over 100 degrees
Mhm.
this summer, and it's been tough on a lot of things. Anyway, the flower bed we're going to work on is out by the chicken coop, and it's going to be cottage style. And I don't know how much is left in the flower bed.
Not much. Like
Just
3
roses?
roses
So,
and 1 clematis.
okay,
Yep. So it's pretty clean slate.
okay.
It's an old bed. I mean, old woody lavender hedge we took out.
Uh-huh.
I should say your dad took out.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So we'll show you a bunch of different really wonderful perennials to put in a cottage style bed. But I wanted to start up here because I noticed the window baskets and how spectacular they were looking. And we planted these up earlier this season. Aren't they beautiful?
They're so pretty. I've actually trimmed those down a couple times.
The coleus.
Yeah. I just take them, and they probably need done again because you can hardly see out the window, but I would take them down like right
Sure.
above a
Yeah.
nice set of leaves so you don't see like little cut off stumps.
Right.
And then just put these down, and then they just kind of bush out. Yeah.
But they haven't gotten, I mean, they're just perfect. They're staying kind of contained. Mine, because they're in a huge container, they just want to get enormous. So it kind of goes to show you, when you have plants that have the potential of getting huge, if you've got them packed in with a lot of things and also in a small root reservoir, they just naturally will stay smaller.
Well, you just tuck them in and trim them.
You tuck them in and trim them. Yes, exactly.
That's what we do.
So we've got 1 Lime-Time coleus in the center, and then we flanked it with 2 Wicked Witch coleus. And then there are, I think, 3 of the, I think it's Joy Mocha White, tuberous begonia, and then there's some impatiens. This is the Rocapulco Tropical Shades, I think is what the name is. I love it. And then the wire vine is just like
Isn't
loving
it beautiful?
its life.
Yeah.
It is.
Yes.
And there's another one. They all match.
Yeah,
I'll
there's
just walk
3 of
down.
them. Right.
Yeah. So there's this one here, and then on the other side of the chimney. Oh my. Look at that.
Isn't that glorious?
It's about reaching the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So these have had a lot more sun than we anticipated.
They do get quite a bit of sun, especially this one.
Yeah,
It gets a lot of morning sun, and it's hot. Like our sun is hot in the morning.
Yeah.
When it's 100 degrees, it's probably 85.
Yeah, at least.
Like by 11.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, they look so good. I'm just thrilled with that. I also want to run out to the end of the pool and show you the mangave lemon coral sedums that we planted earlier as well. First off, the little walkway to the pool is really pretty. The begonia's done great.
Yeah, it has.
And then these are dipped in wine. Yeah, I think dipped in wine coleus right here, and those look good. Look at these. Mom, these have just turned out gorgeous.
Aren't they pretty?
I was a little stressed because I thought I really jammed those lemon corals in, like really jammed them in.
And you know what? I have only watered these twice a week, all summer long, even in the heat. And they're cast iron pots, so they cook in there.
Oh, that is such a striking combination. And none of these have tried to form any sort of a bloom shoot.
No, I'm glad for that.
Me too. Oh, they're so, so pretty. And you can see down below the Rockin' Blue Suede Shoes salvia that I was here. I think, yeah, I was here to help plant that as well.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. And the hummingbirds have just been wild.
There's probably, well, just now from a distance, we saw like a dozen hummingbirds just everywhere. And you can actually hear them chattering. There's so many of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
We should pop down there and see what it looks like. Yeah. Down below. I'm just impressed with these plants. The heat that they have withstood is, yeah, they're awesome. Oh yeah, there's one right there, Mom. There's 2 I can see right now. I am planting this salvia next year. They just love that salvia. I think well, based on what I'm seeing here, I think they might like the blue suede shoes more than plain the blues.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. There's another one. Oh. Okay, so there's 4 right here, right now.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Look at this. Do you hear them?
Yes, they're chattering.
CS needs to get out of there.
Oh, they probably know she's not a threat. How fun is that? And then you've got the Super Tunia Mini Vista White and, oh, the Super Bina. There's another one. They don't seem to be bothered by us.
No.
Look at this. This is just crazy. I love, you don't even need yellow.
No.
I love the little peach and the little bit of white, but the salvia is the showstopper.
Yeah, isn't it giant?
Yeah. I could just stand here all day and watch that.
We sit by the pool and just watch the hummingbirds like two old people. That's what you do when you get older. Look at that bird. What do you think that is?
Right.
You get your books out.
Right. Oh, so here we are. Oh. Oh my goodness.
Look how glorious those are. Look how pretty. Oh,
so what varieties do you have here?
Well, this is Phenomenal Lavender.
Phenomenal? What are the specs on that one? Do you know?
Well, it gets quite large. I don't think there's a tag on there, a descriptive tag. Maybe there is.
There's a little one.
Right here. Okay, Phenomenal. That's what we had in here, but it was like 10 years old. So this is 18 to 24 inches high, which it gets every bit that.
Yes.
And wide.
Okay. So 18 to 24 tall and wide. Got it.
Yeah, it's zone 5 to 10.
But it's got kind of a longer bloom, right?
Like it does. Yeah. Yeah, and it is so prolific. I mean, it just blooms its head off without much doing at all. So that's that. And then this beautiful echinacea is called Summer Solstice.
Oh, look at this. Close up.
And this one will get 18 to 20 inches high and 20 to 24 inches wide. Zone 4. So it's super hardy.
Yeah, I can smell the phlox.
Okay.
Smells good. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know this. This is the luminary backlight.
So this one gets 28 to 30 inches tall and max 24-inch wide.
Yeah.
That is beautiful, and it smells so good.
And then this one is Sombrero Poco Hot Coral.
Whew.
Isn't it beautiful?
Gosh, that is striking. That is going to be so pretty together. The white with that color, and then the purple, and then a little bit of yellow sunshine. Now, are all these for this bed, or are some of them for the bed in the back or in the front?
In the front. If we have leftovers, it'll continue on up there. But and then this geranium, which I love perennial geraniums.
Me too.
This is Roseanne.
Roseanne geranium. Zone 5, 20 by 24. Blooms late spring through frost.
Yep.
I also like your pumpkin here.
Hey, we only got one pumpkin. The voles ate all of our pumpkins. That's ours.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's called a secretariat.
Oh my, I like the thickness of that stem.
Yeah.
That's really fun.
It is. But when we came out here, the voles were having, this whole area is having a vole issue. And they ate all of, or at least damaged them so bad that they burrowed in and ate the insides. But where's your buddy? We've got 4. They just had breakfast. They had cantaloupe, a little corn chips, and some mealy bugs. Oh, nice. For breakfast. Hey, girls.
This is the flower bed, you guys, that we're going to be working on. Now, we planted this clematis together. What variety is this?
It's a variegated.
Still waters.
Yeah, it's not done that great because come to find out when we did all this, the irrigation is so plugged.
Oh.
That like you'll have a wet spot and then you'll go 6 feet and there'll be another wet spot. Well, this one wasn't getting hardly any water.
Oh, it'll rebound, I'm sure.
It will. And these are a David Austin, it's a climbing rose. And I can't remember what it is.
So we are going to be pulling all of this old drip out, and then I'll probably run through with a rake and kind of clean it up. And then you'll place plants and we'll just start digging holes.
Oh, it'll be fun.
It will be fun.
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking we're going to probably carry on to this area.
Yes.
Right here. So before, there was the lavender hedge in front of both of these, which I think, is that what your intention is?
Yes.
Okay. So going back in with a lavender border and then back planting with all the other wonderful things. So there's this space. And then I'm going to run to the front of the barn here and show you the other space, which we may or may not get to today. And that one still has some of the old lavender in it. They had to stop because they ran into a wasp nest and had to take care of it. But anyway, if we make it up here, I'll come through and dig these out. We'll pull the drip and do the same business. But
these are Winchester Cathedral roses.
Oh, so are those white ones?
White. They're white.
Pretty.
And of course they just got through with their bloom, but the poor things have just had the heat deluxe. These are the Evelyns.
Oh.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
They're bringing back, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know they were going
Yes.
to.
I didn't either.
Oh, yeah, there's just nothing quite like
And the
it.
fragrance is, you can't even compare it to anything.
They're so pretty.
Yeah.
And just so soft and delicate looking.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, that's the true rose smell. So good.
And you can see with the view here, so this is our view today, the sound of the pasture sprinklers. The air quality is pretty good today, like you can see across the valley, which we haven't been able to for a while. And it's kind of on and off, overcast and a little bit of sun.
It's glorious.
I think the high is about 80 today.
We can do that.
We can do that. And the high for tomorrow is, I think, 72?
In the 70s.
Yeah.
Somewhere. Oh. Yeah. It gives us new life.
Yeah. I mean, it is going to pop back up into the low 90s, it looks like. But boy, it's starting to feel a little bit closer to fall. Okay, so we're just going to start into this, and I'll probably just stop periodically and give you little updates as to what we're doing. Yeah, so let's get to work. So what process do you want to do
Well,
here?
I think we should work from the fence out and have the lavender hedge be last. But I think the phlox will get taller than the echinacea.
Yes.
So that needs to be snugged in towards the fence.
Okay.
And then work our way out.
So echinacea next, and then
and
then geraniums. And then
underneath the phlox.
Oh,
I want them to be kind of like ground cover-ish.
Okay. Those get like 20 inches.
That's true. That's not very tight.
But you know,
it's
fine. It's a ground cover. It's fine.
Well,
also, all of these plants, how wide do you think this flower bed is? Like 4?
Well,
at best 5 maybe over there.
Yeah.
We'll make it happen.
Yes, we will.
Yeah.
No problem.
I think before we do anything, I'm going to run through and take all these tags out. Tags are such a pain when you're planting. And then placing. All right.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Are you? That one, like, does it have to go at Mach speeds? That sprinkler is like, oh. Why? Hey, girls.
They love the juniper.
Like to use it as a scratching post.
Yeah.
Keep the flies off.
Yeah.
It looks like we might be racing a storm.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. It looks like it.
But everything is going to be so pretty.
I love the echinacea with the barns.
Yeah, the color of the barns. We got all
Yeah.
the plants placed in all 3 flower beds. So that means we got all the drip out of the flower beds first, raked and blew out the leaves, and then placed everything. And that's where we're going to break for lunch. But I just wanted to show you, we used up every single plant, every single one you brought home. We know how to pack them in.
Yes, we do.
But you know what? That's how you get the cottage look.
It is.
Quickly.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
you could plant them further apart and then divide and spread things around if you wanted to.
And a lot of people do that.
Yeah, that's absolutely an option.
Yeah.
But this is kind of like an instant impact sort of situation we've got going right here. So we placed the phlox toward the back, but Mom did want a few of the geraniums toward the back as well. Even though they don't get as tall, they're going to kind of pop through the fence. The chickens have been taking dust baths in there. That one's kind of down in a hole at the moment. Anyway, so we did the phlox first, then we came in with the yellow echinacea, and we only had enough yellow to put in this bed right here. The rest of the beds don't have that. And then we came in with the kind of hot coral colored echinacea, then the geraniums, and then the lavender last.
And I love yellow. I have to have some yellow.
It's a really pleasant blend. You can see because of the geranium color how that's gonna look. They're kind of like jewel tones. It's really pretty. Let's take a look from this side. Oh, there's something about cans lined up like that, all tidy and neat.
It's so nice. And then the color of the rose, I think that this Lady of Shalott will look really pretty with. Because
they're all kind of warmer.
And these are kind of faded out, but the color of them will be really pretty with those echinacea.
Yeah, they will be.
Yeah.
This bed right around the corner here. So we're a repeat of the same things minus the yellow echinacea. So we did the white phlox and then the coral echinacea, geraniums, and then the lavender. And then this flower bed. Oh, it looks so good. You kind of got a little look at what they had in here before. That lavender was getting pretty scrubby looking.
Oh, it was bad.
Yeah, so it's kind of nice to see a little before and after.
It's kind of like it was about 2 years too long for that lavender.
Let me show from this side here. Oh, yes. So they will all be similar except for the roses in here are white instead of the
they're the
apricot
Winchester Cathedral,
yeah,
David Austin.
So pretty. All right. Lunchtime. Bruschetta?
Yes.
I actually made some sourdough yesterday. So I brought one of my loaves so we could do bruschetta for lunch. All right, guys, look at this. We were just commenting that everything that we use today, minus our drinks, are homegrown.
Or out of the oven.
So you grew the Tuscany melon and the tomatoes, basil, and garlic, and that's fresh sourdough bread from our house. And then we have Chambord with lemonade, because why not? So we are going to sit here, enjoy our lunch, because it is gorgeous out here. The wind has not picked up yet. It kind of feels like the calm before the storm, just a little bit. But we're just going to sit here, relax, and enjoy for a minute, and then we're going to go out and do a whole bunch more work.
I like this.
It's Mom's first time holding the Garden Answer Edition auger.
Yes. How come I don't have one of these?
I don't know. We should probably get to the suite of augers, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll get Erin on that.
Yes.
I brought the 7-inch and I brought the, I think that's the 5-inch right there.
Because we have quarts and we have gallons.
Right. So anyway, I can do all of the auging. I just want you to feel it.
I want to actually like
try it.
Do one of the holes.
Okay. Yeah, try to pick a spot that doesn't have a bunch of roots, Mom.
I know.
That's not fun no matter what kind
of
auger you have.
Look at my shoes.
What kind of rock territory are you in right now? That's like road mix.
This is what it's like.
Try this one.
Look how easy that is.
Much better, huh?
Much better.
That's so much lighter.
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
Nice.
Erin?
I'll go text him.
I should
tell him
these.
Order of the suite for Mom. Okay, so at this point, we are just going to dig all the holes. I'm going to come through with Biotone, and then we are going to plant everything. We may or may not get drip and mulch done. We'll probably try to muscle through whatever's coming our way, but it's feeling kind of ominous right now.
There's something coming.
There's thunder that we're hearing, and the breeze is starting to pick up. So I don't know. We'll see what we can get done here. We just finished planting and it looks so pretty. Look at this. So full and beautiful already, and the chickens are trying to reach through and eat the flocks. Naughty chickens.
Totally rude chickens.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I see you eyeballing the plants. I see you. So look from this side right here. And I think we'll run a line right behind the lavender, Mom.
Yeah.
And then maybe 2 more? Or do you want to do 4 altogether?
Maybe on the back side of the lavender, on the back side of this first row of echinacea kind of thing.
Like kind of in front of the roses.
Yeah. And then maybe in back of the roses towards the back row of phlox.
Okay.
Possibly.
Okay.
Yeah.
What we could do is do the 2 and then 1 that doubles back and comes back this way to hit this bigger bulb.
Okay. What I'll do is I can guide the tube if you want me to.
Yep.
While you're down there, and I can pass you pins.
Perfect.
Okay, and here's the coupler.
Okay. And then just real quick, I want to show you the other beds. Here's the other one, all planted. Oh, I'm always anxious at this part to get things watered in. So it'll be nice to get the drip run.
Yes.
I'm going to run over this direction real quick. And here is the other flower bed. Oh, it just turned out so beautifully. And I can't wait to see more purple. Once the geraniums and the lavender start to bloom, that's really going to bring a lot of interest to this area. Gorgeous. It did sprinkle on us for just a minute, and the wind started to pick up, and we thought, oh boy, we're going to have to be done in a little bit. But it's died out, so we'll see. Maybe get this whole thing done today. All right, the drip has been run in these 2 beds and it is currently on. We kind of wanted to see the coverage a little bit, but you can see that right here, their beds are connected together. There's a supply line, so the drip in this flower bed ends here, and then it starts back up right here by this lavender plant, and then we got all of these dripped in. And we sort of opt for extra, not extra, but more drip than less, because that usually means better coverage quicker, so you don't have to run zones quite as long. So we have 4 runs of drip in this area, and I did overlap right here. Let me show you. Because we had one echinacea that ended up being sort of in the middle of this run and this run. It's too far apart. So what I did with our last run, instead of coupling it back in, I just brought it over here and swooped it in front of this plant so we can make sure everything has water. It's looking pretty good, Mom.
Oh, it looks so good.
So now we've got to go put drip in that other bed if we've got the right couplers, and let this run for a little while and see what it looks like after a bit. Oh, I love seeing things get water.
Yes.
Now see, it's a little bit far away from that lavender. Should we pull it closer, or
it's sharing with that
geranium? With the geranium.
And it, you know, we can see how far it runs. We usually run these for like 2 hours.
Okay.
So see how much it'll soak out.
Yeah.
It depends on your soil composition, doesn't it?
Well,
how
yours is full of rocks.
It is full of rocks.
Oh my gosh, you guys. I mean, every single hole I was digging, all of these great big rocks were coming out of it.
Like you called them dinosaur eggs.
Yeah, they're dinosaur eggs. We have some areas of hardpan in our garden, but not rocks, not like this. Look at this. My goodness. The leavings.
That's a lot
of
plants.
Okay, last up is this flower bed. There is a drip access right here, and we do not have any T-couplers left. So I think we're just going to do the whole kind of swoop it around in the flower bed method. Yeah. It's not a huge flower bed, so it should work out fine.
No,
pressure-wise.
I mean, if we have to put an elbow in, it'd be okay.
Yeah.
If we can't make a sharp enough curve, like over by the gate.
Well, it's the only flower bed on this zone.
Yes,
it is. So it's not sharing pressure with anything else. So it should be good.
So pretty.
drip is done in bed number 3. Look at that. Every single plant has a drip tube running next to it. Are you going to turn it on right now?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
We'll see how good of a job we did. I hear it.
Oh.
I see water. Yeah, there it goes.
There it goes.
Oh, it had to give a little squeal of delight.
All that air, pushing all that air out.
Look at this. It is working.
Yes, it is.
Okay, we've got the drip running in all 3 beds. We're going to take a little break because it's the next step in the sourdough process. It's time to shape the loaves, Mom.
It's time to shape the loaves.
Yeah,
yes,
it's very fun.
And take a break.
Yeah, we'll take a little break, get the sourdough thing done, and then we're going to come back out here and maybe get these flower beds mulched. It's the icing. I think the drip has been running for what, about 30 minutes or so? And it's looking great. It's really nice to see the coverage here, because what you're seeing on the surface is only just a little bit of it. What it does is it goes down and then it kind of cones out a little bit. Is that the right word? It cones out. Yeah. It soaks outward. So it's not just what you're seeing on the surface. I want to go check out the other beds. Oh yeah, look at this. That's looking amazing. It's always good if you can wait to mulch just for a little while, like we've done right now, just to make sure that all the drip is functioning properly and you don't have any overly dry spots. That's the best way to go. That looks great. And so does this one. Yep, perfect. After we're done mulching, we are going to hand water each plant in with a hose just to settle the soil in all the way around the plant. Drip doesn't do that. It doesn't do it like a hose does it. So we want to make sure that they're just very saturated this first day especially, and that they're settled. So anyway, now we mulch. Oh my goodness, you guys. So the storm has descended. We started to mulch. I totally forgot to turn on the camera. I thought I had. My word, the valley is just, you can't even see it anymore. So we're just gonna pack it in and call it for the day. I really wish we could give you a good after shot, but the wind is blowing in all of the leaves. I mean, we got this much mulched. We had this little alley still left to do, and the wind just picked up and just started blowing stuff everywhere. So those, after the wind dies down, those will blow off with the blower really easily, and then we can finish up. But I am really happy with what we got done today, and it's been a beautiful day up to this point weather-wise, and just spending time out here is always nice. So we will give you updates on these beds, maybe not this year since we're going into fall and they're not going to do much at this point, but certainly next year. My goodness. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Here comes another gust. Boy, if these storms would just bring rain along with the wind, I wouldn't mind them so much. And, whoa, I probably shouldn't be standing here. See you guys in the next video. Bye.